Hey, I'm Morgan from the very unofficial Travel Guys, and I'm here at Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida today, and I want to give you my 5 expert tips for visiting a theme park. My channel is called The Very Unofficial Travel Guides because I'm not like a professional at doing this, but I do have a lot of experience. I have visited more theme parks than I can count. It would take me a long time. If I sat down and made a list, it would take a while. And I've learned a few sort of tricks over my years, and I want to share them with you. And one of them is something you can do before you even get to the park, and that is print your ticket at home. If you can find any way to buy your ticket in advance, then do it. Not only because it'll save you time waiting in gigantic lines when you get to the park, but usually it's also cheaper if you book it in advance. Here's another very vital tip if you don't have a whole day at the park, or if it's a really big park and you want to be sure to try to get on all the major rides. Crowd mentality works the same just about anywhere in the world, so you have to try to act different than the crowd. First of all, get to the park really early. Be one of the first people in the park, and that is a very important thing if you want to see all the big rides in these huge parks in one day. Then, don't do what the crowd does. And the crowd, usually, when they come into the park, everybody goes to the first rides that they see, and the rides that are closer to the front of the park, they get really crowded really early. So, what you need to do is go as far to the back of the park as you can and start there, because I promise you, those rides will have no line. They'll be empty. And then, you work your way back towards the front of the park, because by that time, all the people who were waiting in line for the rides at the front, they'll be moving on towards the back, and then it all sort of evens out around lunchtime. Here's another insider tip for you. Don't eat lunch at peak times. Don't plan to have lunch between like 11:30 and 1. Everything's going to be really crowded and you're just going to get annoyed. So try to have a really early lunch, or try to have a big breakfast and then wait until after peak times, because you'll end up spending less time waiting for your food. You'll have more time to eat, and you won't be annoyed, and you can get right back into the park. Like that. Just because you want to have the rest of the day to dry off, so you're not sitting in your cold, wet clothes on the ride home. Here's another tip to help you enjoy your day at the park, and that is do your souvenir and t-shirt shopping early in the day. The reason is because a lot of people save it for the end of the day, and the shops get really crowded, and they're full of usually just annoying, screaming kids who are sad that they're not gonna get that t-shirt or that glow stick that they really wanted, and it's just not a fun time to look around and try things on. So if you want to buy t-shirts, buy them early in the day to save time and stress in the shops at the end of the day. I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and check back next week for another fun travel-related video here on YouTube. Bye-bye.